I was wondering if you guys would want to do a tier list with me. I'm open to suggestions and arguments as we go through the games. We're going D to S, baby. S being the best. Super Capcom-y. It's really good. And D is terrible. We're going to do this based on art rather than the game itself, because I haven't played all of these, and it'll keep it kind of relevant for an art stream. So we'll start with Ghouls and Ghosts. Dan and I, we got Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the Nintendo Switch online store, and oh my fucking god, that game is so frustrating. It isn't, I didn't feel like it was difficult. I felt like it was unfair. Like, just the way they set you up with things. The only way to do good at it is to memorize the levels. So here is the debut of Ghosts and Goblins. I'm pretty about this. There's something about it's kind of so bad it's good. It's gone to the bottom only to rise to the surface again. And also, isn't there a game with this little guy in it? Demon's Crest? Was he just a bad guy in Ghosts and Goblins at first? So we're starting there. What else have we got? Ghosts and Ghouls. So this is 86, 89. Interesting. This makes it look like a completely different game. This looks like it was painted on a fine canvas. Orbital Deal. Never played Demon's Crest, but I've heard it's awesome. Yeah, I've played it a little bit, and I did like what I played. It's you are a gargoyle, so instant bonus, and you can choose powers as you earn them, and it's sort of Super Metroid-y. You can choose an ability, and that affects the way you move through the game. Yeah, I would recommend trying it. Oh my god, Ghouls and Ghosts, 89. Okay, we've gone way down. I think this is bad. This is very anti-Corwin aesthetic. Yes, yeah, rating the art. Yep, you got it. Yeah, and I'll say basically any art. So if you guys are Googling and you see something really cool, like, send it in chat, let me know. It's like hot Kool-Aid. You can drink it and it will give you the flavor, but it is a terrible idea. This is a game cover technically, but it's not good. What's this one? 1990 PC. Okay, so we've gone forward here. This one doesn't bother me as much. This is great. Peak Corwin aesthetic. Look at this. Look at this little bastard. Red Aremer. Oh, so this is the one we play as this little guy. Oh, wow. Okay, this is the most 2000s thing I've ever seen. 2003, yep. The wizard in the foreground. His bony hands are ready to pickle any butts that walk in front of him. The eyeball in the skeleton's mouth. It has 1 foot. This is ridiculous. This is pretty great too. I like this a lot. And again, here you see the reappearance of our boy. That one's a little scarier looking. Okay, so that's the box art. I want to look at the game art. Yeah, look at these graphics, y'all. Don't adjust your bandwidth. You're in 720p right now, but this is just a little lower than that. The classic RPG feel of this is pretty fun, especially in the early art, and ironically, actually, the newer art. This one was my favorite. But then it really falls flat in like this Maximo. Like, this is pretty bad. The parallax scrolling is great. This looks amazing for the era. Yeah, and the black background, pretty creepy too. I'm gonna give this a solid B tier. I think it has a lot of things going for it, and I'm glad to see that it came out of the dark times in 2000 and came back in to its glory. Like, this is awesome. So yeah, we'll give it a B because it had a little roller coaster lump in the middle. Mega Man box art is pure shit. Like, this, I mean, it's such low-hanging fruit. Everybody has made fun of this. This is also terrible. This is like the worst of early Nintendo era art. It was like they gave some poor artist a screenshot and said, "Here you go, Steven, make the art. Draw the art." And they had no idea what the characters looked like. They just saw these little shitty pixelated things and saw that said Mega Man. So they just drew it. Because even in the game, Mega Man doesn't look like this. Okay, we have a slight improvement. So we still have the, I don't know, it's kind of like that acrylic arcade game painting style. The logo, I have no idea what is happening. I'm not a fan of these at all. It looks so weird. It's like, what's that? Uncanny Valley, where you have on one end is perfect realism, and on the other end is exaggerated cartoonery, and in the middle is Uncanny Valley. It's like they're attempting to paint these in a realistic fashion, but it's so surreal. So it's just in the middle. This pair feels more successful. And can you guess why? It's because these made a clear shift away from realism into exaggerated cartooniness. Realism. Cartoon. So these look cooler. I think a lot better. 5 is great. 6 is, yeah, that's pretty cool. Definitely some Uncanny Valley Mark Zuckerberg shit. Yes. This is talking about Sweet Baby Ray's. This is grilling and eating with Sweet Baby Ray's. There's a huge difference. Oh, this is actually technically, they have on this tier list, Mega Man X is a separate thing. So I'm going to hold off on these. We're going to go back up. I feel like there's more past 6 though. Yo, Mega Man's he's been pulling reps and drinking way too much whole milk. My dude. No offense. Mega Man Neox in a tier worse than D. Like, 5 and 6 had me, like I thought it were doing good, and now it's just like he's shooting semen out of his gun. A bad guy is shooting another bad guy, which makes no sense. Buffman, yeah, he's been bench pressing God himself. Okay, the pixel art may redeem the badness of the box art, because this is pretty nice. And behind this destruction is... Oh? Catch the letter. Proto Man? Huh? Oh, the music too. And we're not judging music. I must not be swayed. Okay, I'm gonna put Mega Man in a solid D tier. There's some maybe promotional art that's cool, but the games themselves, pixel art is nice, but the box cover art just kills it. Somebody made this. I don't know if this is real. It's on DeviantArt. There's Buffman. Can Buffman save Mega Man from tier D hell? I don't think so. And then again, who wants to see another plain M&M? The first game, not a strong start. It's like somebody discovered the multiply layer for the first time and then printed it on leggings and then took a photo of that and then put it onto jeggings, and then they put it onto the cover. This is really like, he has a huge vein in his arm. Pretty vascular. When I was a kid, I definitely saw this in Target. It scared the crap out of me. And the little demo game thing they had on the end, they'd be like walking down the hallway, and it scared the shit out of me. So I'm trying to say. And it supports the Dual Shock analog controller, which is even scarier. Oh, the UK. Oh, I'm sorry, UK. Look at the cover you guys got. Resident Evil 3. Wow, again. Oh, this is pre-2000s. This is ahead of the curve, y'all. This is ahead. Look at the the spatter text. The broken glass. Okay, the broken glass lettering is pretty cool. Morbid Ordeal says getting some pre-workout graphic design vibes from the Resident Evil covers. Yeah, this is like, it's like, bro, do you want to get liquid lightning in your arteries? Do you want to bench press more than you've ever leg pressed? Then do Nemesis. Just Nemesis. Just put it in. Drave kind of looks like the Iron Maiden type art. Yeah, it looks like Eddie, right? Oh, good call, Drave. Oh, yes. Very much so. Metaladdicts.com. My internet provider is like, let's get a watch list going on this Compass Cult fella. He's looking at a lot of weird shit right now. And I'm like, Resident Evil Survivor. It's like, hey, you guys, do you want to see some zombies? You could look down a hall. There might be some zombies. They'll walk after you kind of slowly too. This one has teeth. This is low energy. I feel like this is very sleepy. Okay. Now we've made another amazing leap into Resident Evil Code Veronica X. Okay, moving on. Resident Evil Gaiden. We have both of these could have just used in the UK and the US could have used just another go over. You know, like maybe not have the life vest. This is cool. I don't mind that. It's not like drawn or anything. We're kind of getting into 3D. Oh, this art, I definitely know who did this art. Yeah, like, see how their faces look in this kind of painted texture? It's that same dude. It's the same thing. All right, these are, oh, there's so many bad ones. Okay, this is cool. Resident Evil Revelations. This is a 3DS game. This zombie is coming in the porthole on a submarine. So, you know, Die Hard takes place in Nakatomi Plaza. This is maybe a submarine. I have no idea. Oh, no. Oh, so many bad ones. Okay, Resident Evil. I think I'm solidly throwing into the D tier. Are there any objections? And while you're thinking, I'm gonna go here. Just while you think about it. When you guys think about D tier for Resident Evil, the newer Resident Evil looks better. Yeah, they did like this one on. They like made some improvements. This one's really cool. I really do like this one. It's a good use of logo, color, and type. They made the Resident Evil 6 cover in 5 minutes, I swear. The strange thing is I'm not even sure what they were trying to go for. It's very weird. So is it supposed to be like a spider web or like something growing, like it's cellular and genetic? All right, D tier, going once, going twice, sold to the zombie in a cold sweat. And Lynn says, bro, that's my jam. Yes, S tier immediately. Okay, I'm voting for me personally. It's going to be an A or S tier. But I want to see like a good list that I can scroll down. Anything lower than A tier, we riot. Yeah, it is great. It's so full of life. It's really fun. I also really like that in this one, he's doing the exact same motion that's in the logo. See, he's pointing and he's pointing. This is great. Ace Attorney side games. Have you guys ever played these ones? Holy shit. That is so cool. This is like it reminds me of like a Hollywood movie poster. Like where you have the paralleled characters, you know, like the good guys and the bad guys. Morbid Ordeal said, God, that's amazing. Just unreal. Says Anlin, nah, I dropped out after the original trilogy. Okay, well, your boy, the great Ace Attorney Resolve, there he is. That is super cool. That might have very easily pushed it up into S tier. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Enjoy the sounds. Yeah, this is sheesh art. And there's miscellaneous games. No, that's different. What's this one? The character design is so fun. This is Dream Blunt rotation right here. This is, you pass the Sherm stick around to these lads and ladies. You're going to have a good time. Ace Attorney is easy S tier. Easy. I was thinking maybe A because I was only familiar with the one game's art, but no, this is really good. We have this is a little pixelated, but here's the first one. The font is cool. It has the silhouette of like a girl with guns. Thanks, Dave. Also a sword with bat wings. Always awesome. Devil May Cry 3. Yo, this is kind of cool. I think this is what Resident Evil was trying to do, which was to have these computer-generated characters that looked exciting and just were generally cool, I think. The graphic design of these is pretty great. Like how they integrate his character or a character into it. Kind of also like Ace Attorney did that. Now in this one, he's slicing through the 3 and through these. Again, Resident Evil had the broken glass, which was weird, but this makes sense with the rest of this. Devil May Cry 5 special edition box art is pure smoking sexy style. This is great. Oh my god. For me, Devil May Cry, I'm going to put this in an A tier. I think it has a lot of attitude and a lot of fun to it. And the game is like really smooth and cool and sleek looking. The character design and the font design, like even look how they did it in this one. Like that font is so good, and it goes from this cool silver blue into the maroons into a hot red. Dare I say hell yeah. Okay. Done with the puns. Sorry. Stay tuned. It's It's cool, I guess. Like, it's so dated. It looks really dated to me. These letters are holes in like a wall because the bottom is light. So you have light shining through. It's casting down light onto this. But where the problem is that it cuts off because otherwise it would keep going into the box art and they didn't know what to do. So they just chopped it right across. I think they should have maybe faded it a bit more. Again, silhouette of a figure in the lettering. This guy, he's like redneck Bill Hader. Not feeling it. Okay. Fighting Street by Bingus, who's also the name of a meme cat. Bingus. Fighting Spirit. Nothing says Fighting Spirit more than posing in front of Mount Rushmore. Fun fact, Mount Rushmore was chiseled by this young gentleman here. His fingers have owies on them now. Good luck. Street Fighter 2 by Akiman. This is great. I've never seen this cover before. This is the Japanese artwork. This is fucking cool. It's like really sculptural looking. It looks like he carved it. Also, my boy Blanca. Y'all ever get like this when you miss a meal? This is awesome. There's even lighting. There's like considered lighting. It's like the blue of the oceans on the earth, because this takes place over the entire earth, is like casting light onto his rippling muscles, which they're exaggerated, but they like make sense. Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior. Now this is my personal intro into this series as a kid. This is wild. I love that they make Blanca, Drave agrees. They make Blanca like huge and like a villain. Like they're both trying to fight him in a street, which is interesting because Blanca in the game is like a little, at least in the old one, he's like a little short dude. He's like hunched over. Like that guy has chronic back problems. You think sitting at your desk gives you back problems? You try running around like this. You try shocking people. You tell me. Is he the villain? Because if he's the villain, I think I might be a bad guy, you know? I'm just going to leave this here for 2 hours. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. World-class warrior right here. This is a great edit. You're using him to start the car that you destroy. Best boy right here. Special Champion Edition. Is this by the same person? Oh, this is McGinty, so this is the same guy as the last one. This is great. Street Fighter 3 W Impact by... Oh, this is by Akiman again. I'm a huge fan of Akiman. Wow. I've never really been aware that that was the same person. So this is the same as this one. Awesome. Awesome stuff. A lot of motion. It's 3D, but it's drawn. This isn't so bad. This is pretty cool. This is classic. So awesome. And I feel like Akuma is such a good bad guy. I was just, one of my friends is a tattoo artist, and he was showing off drawings he did in high school. And he had in his notebook, he had an Akuma, which I think everybody did. All right, Street Fighter is going. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go A tier for that. It's pretty cool, but I feel like it was the formula was improved upon in some other games. Next, we have Mega Man X. The designs are classic. Like this cool Buster gun is awesome. The colors are really solid. This one is interesting. Yeah, see speeder biking away. X3, we go down a little bit. I still think these are much better than Mega Man overall. X3, this is awesome. More of that movie poster design. His fingers look like lasers. That one's all right. I'm gonna put Mega Man X into C tier. No, man, you think C or B for Mega Man X, you guys? I'm kind of torn. It's not A and it's not D. All right. Rival Schools, United by Fate. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Do you guys have any idea what this game is? Just trying to find a decent high-resolution version of this while we go. This is really cool. I've never heard of this. This is the inside cover scan. I recognize this character from a few fighting games. So is this like an SNK fighting game that Capcom got? I don't know. Anyways, the art is really cool. This is like really dimensional. The lighting is considered. You have warm and cool tones going on. You have the warm colors of the background, the cool tones of the main characters up front. Everybody's posed very different. Like a lot of those like Mega Man covers, as an example, they're like in the same pose all the time. Like they're doing their thing, and that's it. This is way cool. Is there any more? Is that like the only? Yeah, this is great stuff. I think I'm gonna have to put this in like B tier, maybe even A tier. It has so much energy and character. It says that looks Morbid Ordeal says that looks amazing. Love the arrangement and poses. Yeah, they're just really fascinating looking. I'm like becoming more of a fan of it as I look at it. Plus this main guy, I mean, don't mess with this guy. He'll punch the shit out of you. Oh, here we go. We get a lot of art here. What's going on here? This is really cool. I'm gonna give this an A. I really like this stuff. They're so full of character. This is this is kind of a goddamn mess, isn't it? Drave says, "Wow, nice." It's so dark. I don't think it's the scan because this is like the correct colors, and this is basically pure white. So, front cover, back cover, kill big. In case you're wondering, kill Big, everyone. Big the cat from Sonic. Go kill him. Do it now. Media. Yeah, this is getting a D tier vibes from me. All right. 1943. Wow. This is really beautiful. This is completely different than the stuff we've been looking at. It looks like there's even kind of a little canvas texture going on. The design is really cool. You're like this plane flying in. Media. Manual. This is great. Moby Games has all these people have scanned this stuff in. This is so impressive. Wonder what the arcade machine looks like. Yeah, instant vibes, instant nostalgia on that. All right, you know, this is interesting. This is kind of it's hard to decide the ones in the middle for me for tier lists. You know, it's like Ace Attorney's S. I just wanted to look at the art. Dead Rising is like, oh, this is just not good. But this one's like in the middle. There's not a ton of art for it either. I'm gonna give this a C tier. I'm not super feeling it. Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, it's so good. It's interesting. I've seen this full piece of art, and they just hella cropped it. Let's do promo art. Let's see the whole thing. Even how they've designed the characters. I mean, obviously they exist in other things, but to see how they brought them all into one world is such a testament to their art team, where they don't feel disjointed. They don't feel like they don't belong together. But I do want to find a full version of that art. Oh, is this our winner? Yes. It's so good. I love it. Also, can we talk about Venom's severe underbite? My boy needs he says nice. Yeah, he has a severe underbite. Even Mega Man looks way cooler in this. Roll. Because of pieces of art like this and just the character design, Marvel vs. Capcom is going S tier. Ooh, Dino Crisis. I used to play this game. It's like Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs, and you're on an island. Wow, the cover is not as good as I remember. Oh. This character's name is Regina. So we have more of the pre-workout text and a slash through thing here. This is... Oh, here's the title screen. I think I played...
Hi, Herbert.
Played a lot more. Trave said, "Hi, Herbert." That's the name of the dinosaurs in the game. Herbertosaurus. I played more of Dino Crisis 2. Let's see if they have any materials for that. Yeah, these are not good. All right, Dino Crisis is going D. What do we got? Final Fight. This is hilarious. Yo, the Final Fight cover, you guys. Now you guys are relaxing and vibing, but I'm gonna have you take a second and take a look at their necks. These guys definitely, they look like oiled chicken. And Lynn said, "This is my favorite S tier." This is S tier if S stands for sweaty. A lot of glistening going on. Definitely looks like they use photo reference. So I also love how there's like these incredibly realistic referenced portraits in the front, but in the background you have like these karate moves going on. Especially for the background characters are S tier. This kick into that face, like the head is too small, the hips would attach farther back. It's like all over the place. But if you did get kicked this hard, your eyeballs actually do explode. So this is scientifically accurate. Promo art. We got to see the promo art for this. Yeah, the game art is fine. Oh, here's the old Japanese one. This is interesting. Look how cut his jaw is. Straight down. It lines up with my mouse. And then right over. This guy, he ain't fucking around. Okay, final fight is getting it's getting D tier. But also I did enjoy it a lot. So we're going to bump it up to C tier cuz it is kind of great in like a really lovable bad way. Beautiful Joe. Bless my eyes. This is the palette cleanser that I need. I can't believe they haven't made a remake of this. 2005. This needs to be like a main franchise now. You could speed up and slow down time. It had a really distinctive art style. This stuff looks so good still. Look at my guy flying through the streets, kicking out rockets. We've got skeletons with cowboy hats, scimitars. We got lizards coming out of the... Oh, this just makes me want to fucking chug a monster and like go fight people. Getting hyped. I know this is supposed to be a chill stream, but oh yeah, and then there's the old guy one. Yes, I love Beautiful Joe. Meet the world's newest celluloid superhero. Introducing Joe, an average guy that gets caught up in a crazy, stunt-filled action movie world in order to rescue his girl, Sylvia, from the clutches of evil. Wow. Blessed with beautiful moves, Joe must use his newly acquired superpowers to clobber an army of enemies. Awesome. Let's look at this promo art. Concept art. It's so weird. I love it. What else we got? What is in here? Look at him. Dodging. And I did see there was a 2. I never actually played 2. Oh, it looks like we have a beautiful Josie or something. Oh, it's Sylvia. Sylvia is no longer the damsel in distress. She's a vixen with the beautiful. Yeah, this Beautiful Joe I'm going to give an A tier. It's so full of personality. It's so fun. The character design is awesome. It's over the top. I love it. We're getting near the end here. Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter looks like we have some CG covers, but they look much more well composed. From a distance, let's take a look. Monster Hunter 4. This is not bad. It's much better than what were we looking at? Lost Planet. This is what Lost Planet was aspiring to be. Having bright, clear creatures up front. Okay. This is... I like the logo. I like some of the colors that are happening, but I'm not... It's just my overwhelming... It's like, Just, I turn into a teapot. This is cool. It's... Okay, so I'll talk about why I'm having kind of a mediocre reaction to this. So first off is there's no focal point, meaning my eyes going from this character to this character to the logo to these little guys. It's all over the place. They've added in some atmospheric perspective, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's like, so behind this ridge, this is really foggy behind the dragon, between the cliff and the dragon. But then like this isn't much more foggy than this. And this, I don't know, it is very confusing. I think there's like too much detail in some spots and not enough detail in the other spots. Like, yeah, it's a little weird. Monster Hunter, we're gonna give a C rank. It's not terrible, but it is not it's not giving me the happy dopamine juice. Capcom versus SNK. This is really cool. This is that artist. Does not say who it is on here, but it's like painted. Looks like digital painting, maybe. This is very cool, I think. Oh, wow. Yeah, these are awesome. This is like if you took the Street Fighter world and made it a little more realistic. Again, talking about Uncanny Valley, it's like this is just pushing it to the realism end. Wow, this is so cool. I've never seen any of these pieces. Morbid Ordeal. Damn, feeling a strong A to light S on this one, Fantano. Thank you. Hi there. Balrog Fantano here, and I'll punch you if you disagree with me about my weekend review. It's hard to impersonate Anthony Fantano, though, because he has the uncanny ability to never say stall words. He never says If he chooses to, he can just talk. Cool. Okay. So now I'm also seeing, so there's like an SNK style of this character, and then there's kind of the Capcom style. This is unreal. This is a perfect example of how to avoid Uncanny Valley. This looks cool because it's illustrated, right? The average person, there are people that are shaped like this, but the hair, the eyeballs, the way the light's catching the gloves, the lighting is all over the place. There's shading where there shouldn't even be shading. Everything is outlined. The shirt is like hyper glistening, right? It's, in other words, being pushed towards stylization. And this is cool because it looks more realistic. Like, if you like squinted your eyes at a photo, it looks painted. It's like he has realistic proportions. Like there's a vein where a lot of people would have a vein. The gloves are catching some light, but not too much, right? Versus some of these D tiers and C tiers, especially like Mega Man, that Uncanny Valley, it's right in the middle. Doesn't work. Yeah, here we go. Realistic, stylized. And they both look great for different reasons. Man, these are fucking cool. I think this is going S tier for me. I love that you can see the different interpretations. Look at this little mischievous guy. My face when your mom, and then your mom. All right. Capcom versus SNK. Wow. S tier for sure. The Disney Afternoon Collection. Is this a Capcom game series? Disney Afternoon Collection. It is a game. Interesting. This is fine. It does what it needs to do. We'll go B tier. We'll go B tier on this. What else we got? Breath of Fire. Ooh, I have a Breath of Fire art book, and there are some really cool things happening in it. Pretty cool. Very 90s comic art design. Not hating it. Let's do the back cover. What's this look like? Breath of Fire. Now you're playing with fire. In a distant land, peace was maintained for thousands of years by a fearful dragon clan, who could transform into powerful monsters. I love that on this fantasy game, they've decided to include a TV that would have been out of date even when it was released. Promo art. Oh, here's some art from the Game Boy Advance version, because I think they maybe redid it. Is he in your nightmare blunt rotation? You pass a blunt to my guy Mogu. Just sits there and judges you and tells you stories about his aunt. I would not pass a blunt to Mogu. Or this guy. God, these guys, this is nightmare pot smoking rotation. Okay, yeah, this is all right. Let's see what we got going on, because there's like four games, I think. That's pretty cool. Look at that belt. If your pants fell down with that belt, they deserve to fall down. Let them fall down. The inside cover. Oh, the character designs are cool. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Again, it's like early Photoshop stuff. Back cover. Media. Promo art. Oh, this is so nice. This game does look really cool. We'll give Breath of Fire, we'll give this a solid, I would say, we'll do A tier. It's pretty cool. It's kind of a light A for me. Behind Beautiful Joe. All right, we're down to our last three. We got, Darkstalkers. This is awesome. I think what makes this one stand out for me is a lot of Capcom art, just especially looking at the covers tonight. They use such high contrast to create interest. It's like, look at this cover. Fucking look at it. Look how much color it has. And this one is much more reserved. The darkest part of this is under the eye, and it's not much darker than anything else here. And this isn't much brighter than that. So it's kind of a nice change. It's like softer looking. Let's look at the back cover. That's cool. The character design in these games is also awesome. And Lynn says, I love this art. So cool. Yeah, this is great. She's a cat girl. You wouldn't understand. These are super well done. Promo art and the in-game stuff is awesome. I'm going to give Darkstalkers an A tier. Very cool. Very cool. Onimusha. Oh, wow. I forgot about this game. Oh, no. I'm thinking of a different game. I was thinking of the one where you, like, sneak around and, like, rage out on people. Oh, is that the guy from... Oh, it is. It's the guy from Mission Impossible and the other movie with Natalie Portman that I can't remember. The Protector? The Guard? What's that movie called? This is certainly a cover. Let's look at the back. Yes. They don't even say his name. I thought they'd be advertising like, look, it's this guy. Oh, look at this promo art. See, chat, this is why we research these things. Onimusha is getting a solid D tier. And our last one, Armored Warriors. I almost thought it said Warlords. Yo, look at this fucking pixel art. How would you like to tell your boss you're quitting in this fucking mech suit? You walk down the street and you tell him, no, you put the water on the shelf or something. I don't know. Thank you. This guy's call sign is Rash. Don't ask him how he got it. His real name is Jeff Perkins, so it's not a play on his name. His penis is definitely like red. They were like, hey, look, it's Rash. He's got a big STD rash. History. He is very hot-headed and eager for action. We know because of his name. Jeff is a gifted pilot but lacks an actual battle experience. I can tell by the way he's holding that gun. He's not ready for it to shoot. Oh, the mech design in this, though, is so cool. Who's this guy? Call sign Justice? When you were at school and there was the kid who sat in the back of the class and drew pictures of like swords and like weapons and stuff. That's this guy. He grew up to become call sign Justice. Ray Turner. He's 28. On what planet? This guy's 1,002 years old. He is soldier bureaucrat. He is soldier bureaucrat sent from the planet Raya as a messenger of peace. Ray seldom betrays his feelings. So my boy stays true to himself. What an interesting guy. All right. Gray. This is definitely Arnold, I believe, was used as a reference. Very distinctive eyes, mouth. No, it's like the proportions are just changed. These are kind of the style of portraits I'm doing for the wrestling game that my brother and I are working on. He's one of the few surviving members of the famous Squad of Death. His ability to cope with any war situation is legendary. Actually, it's legendary. Yeah, he's probably just dissociated and he can deal with war much easier. I'm loving these little portraits. Oh, Siren, here we go. We have our Ripley stand-in. Sarah White. She is half French and half Rian. By the age of 14, Sarah joined the army, becoming the youngest armored rookie in history. She's got the brains, see? She's not just a pretty face. She'll pilot your mech and fuck up your country. So I didn't really find any box art for this game, but the game art looks pretty great. Like, look at this. What a lineup. I'm going to give this this an A tier. I really like this. Boom. There we have it, everyone. Thanks for taking part in our first tier list here. I'm pretty happy with the results. I feel solid. I feel like in retrospect, maybe I was a little harsh on Mega Man X. It's hard to tell when you're first starting. But the rest, I'm very solid on my D tier. I do not like these. So yeah, we'll save and download this. I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday night. I hope you were able to work on what you were going to work on. I will catch you guys all on Sunday. Thanks so much. Keep it real.